I'm probably gonna get a lot of crap for this, but until my son turns 18, he has no rights. He can have opinions or suggestions and we will discuss them, but the final say is mine. All these people that say you should ask a baby's consent to change diapers or circumcise or pierce ears will be waiting a long time to get a response. Wow, there's so much to unpack with the first post in this video, huh? I mean, your child has rights before they turn 18. As a human being, they have rights. I would like to see you try and pass it off by the government that your child doesn't have rights. But also, this whole, like, first of all, they immediately try and destroy the argument and make the argument look silly by saying you have to ask permission to change diapers, when obviously no one's saying that and that's a straw man. But something like circumcision or piercing ears is an actual permanent change to that child's body, something that when they're an adult, they might not want to have been changed with their body. So like, you shouldn't be doing it. If they have no say in the matter, if they're a baby, making a permanent change to their body is wrong. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are going to be taking a look at r/insaneparents. It never gets better. It never does. Apologies, by the way, if I am sweaty or gross or generally low energy in this video. It is so hot at the moment in the UK. It's really hot and we have no air conditioning, and houses are built to retain heat, so the inside of my house is hotter than it is outside most of the time now, which is rough. Anyway, let's get into the subreddit, shall we? I'm home. Where's my package? Blank's got it. Okay. Did you open it? No. Did you want me to? It was open when I got it. Not me. Can you ask Blank? He left. Don't worry. Just spoke to him. He put it on the table and didn't open it either. Did Blank get to it? I think that's their dog. I'm slightly concerned you don't want us to see what you're ordering though. Neither of us opened it, but it shouldn't be a big deal if we do. That's such a cover-up though, is like well, I wouldn't open it if you didn't give us a reason to. If we shouldn't have to, but clearly you don't want us to, which gives me reason to, because you're concerned about us seeing what it is, so you're making me open this package. It's just an invasion of privacy. Like, regardless of what they've ordered, don't open other people's packages unless they've given you permission. I got off the one that caused me issues, which was Discord. Get off Instagram. I want you to delete it. Find another way to communicate with your friends. I can't. All I do on Instagram is talk to this person and watch reels. That's literally it. And there's no way I'm downloading TikTok. The algorithm is made to target young people and make them question themselves. Huh? Yeah, you don't realize it because you've been part of it for so long. Yeah, so basically OP was saying that their mum's in on another right-wing conspiracy, and apparently Instagram is making kids trans now. Because of course it is. That's how it works, right? You go on Instagram for a few weeks and suddenly you're trans. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. The worst part is that people actually believe that. Genuinely wild. Dude, my neighbor upstairs is like stomping, real stomping. Clomp, 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 clomp. I don't know if my mic's picking it up or not, but it's booming. When my sons have their first girlfriend, and I believe the context of this was basically she doesn't want her sons to have girlfriends, and if they do, they can't bring them round. You can't prevent your son from having a girlfriend. It's going to happen one day, and you calling yourself a jealous mom isn't something to be proud of. But I am damn proud, and clearly you don't have kids. He can have a girl. She just can't come to my house. But if you paid attention, you would notice that. Okay, be proud of being a toxic mother. You never said she can't come to your house. You were probably thinking that, but I didn't see it. She is saying that her son is her boy and will always be her boy, and she doesn't want him to have a girlfriend. Wow, someone understands. She doesn't want him to have a girlfriend. You're welcome. And he can decide whether he has one or not. The mum doesn't own him. She gave birth to him. As long as he lives under my roof, I'll be all up in whatever I want about his life. What do you mean, life? Okay, but why is she jealous of the girl, acting as if she wants her son? Meaning his life is only independent when he leaves. Because I feel like it, how about that? You feel like being jealous of a teenage girl dating your son? Weird. She's not acting as she wants her son. She's not jealous of the girl. Caption says most jealous mama ever. In the context, come on, who else is she gonna be jealous of? All around just really weird, but there's so much wrong with this in so many ways. ways. Like, being jealous of your son for having a girlfriend is already weird. But also, yeah, being jealous of the girl, saying your son can't bring her around. Like, why are you jealous of your son's girlfriend? What are you trying to say here? It's just a bit weird. But then also being like, I am proud of being toxic, and being like, I'm not toxic, I just don't think my boy should be allowed to bring a girlfriend round. Like, well, congratulations, when your son is in a serious committed relationship, he's not gonna want her to meet you. You're not gonna be a part of his life because he's gonna move out and be like, yeah, my son's a weird, crazy psycho who doesn't like me dating, so sorry, but you're never gonna meet her. Like, that's not a good relationship or boundary to set with your child, and it's just gonna mean that as they do things further on in their life, you're not gonna be a part of that. You're digging yourself into that hole. Louis had a minor stroke. Not happy that anyone has that, but he's okay. Music to my ears. Oh man, I thought you said major. Stop! Karma, we don't want that. Him having the stroke was karma. I guess you forgot he screamed outside he hoped I get raped in Colorado by a black man. He can rot in hell. I remember. So the context from OP is, long story short, Louis is my dad's drug dealer / gambling bookie. He's a horrible person inside and out. Spit in his wife's mother's face while she had dementia, threatened and assaulted me number of times, spit on me while he had COVID, will come to my house banging on the door at 6 a.m. asking for drug money from father, threatened me when I was 12 saying if my father didn't give him money he owes him, he would throw a brick through my window and aim for my head to kill me, screamed outside my lawn, all the neighbors were outside watching, the exact college campus I was going to, and that he hopes I get raped by a big black man. His words, not mine. Yeah, and I mean the dad being like, man, he had a stroke and that's not great after everything like that. And also remaining in contact with this man, continuing to buy drugs and give him business, even with everything he screamed about their child. That's real bad parenting. That's real bad parenting. Like, even if you take drugs out of the equation, if they were doing that with any merchant or any person, regardless of the business or relationship to that person, that's bad parenting.
Please stop brainwashing Red with your LGBT crap. I will kill myself if my second child becomes gay. Your bad choices made the same terrible impact on me as my divorce. If you will go back to NJ before graduating, you'll be working in Starbucks for the rest of your life because you will have an excuse that tuition is not affordable, smoke pot, and live with the same losers' roommates. Good grief, I'm moving out in 6 months. Can you be civil until then? After I move out, you won't have to hear from your failure of a child again, so just relax until then. And anyway, I'm going to visit Tampa alone, so don't worry about taking a day off, saving you time. See, that first message is a lot of words for, I want to die alone in a care home where my children never visit me. I mean, let's unpack it, right? They think that LGBT is brainwashing, and they think that their child being gay is a failure and had the same impact on them as their divorce. Needless to say, we realize why they had a divorce. It's not very hard to figure out what kind of a person they are. But to say that they will kill themselves if they have another gay child, it's no wonder their children are going to want absolutely nothing to do with them. It's no wonder their children are moving out and are going to be better off the second they do. They're going to die alone, and they're going to spend the rest of their life sad and alone in a care home with no one looking after them because none of their children want anything to do with them because they're a hateful, spiteful bigot. I, 18 female, forgot to make my mum a smoothie today. Grave mistake. Nope, I'm just tired of being expected to do shit to people that forget what I ask them to do, or refuse to help the household they live in to run a little smoother. I don't want to, and I forgot doesn't work for me. Leave me alone. I will, but I don't think you want that. When I was your age, I was married 14 hours from home, taking care of my own home and husband. I wasn't forgetting or refusing to help in the household that supported me. Leave me alone. You know kids that are homeless, they would love to have a free roof over their heads. You should ask them. Leave me alone. Okay, take care of yourself then. This mother saying that at 18 she was married and living 14 hours away from her parents, that's not a good thing. That's really young to be married and really young to be living 14 hours away from your family and married. Like, borderline sus grooming there. I don't know how old the husband was, but 18 being married and moving 14 hours away is a little bit sus. The scenario is just a little bit sus. And like using that
weaponizing that against your child is so stupid because they forgot to make a smoothie. A smoothie, of all things, that's it, a smoothie. I was asked what I wanted for my b-day. I only requested one thing, but she won't get it because of a scary number.
Why is that site offering a 6.66% discount? Why that number?
Clearly Satan. Nah, JK, this is the band's website and it doesn't have that. Also, I've mentioned this before, 666, not the number of the beast, it's 616. This is a really common misunderstanding. 666 is referenced in one book, but 616 is referenced in multiple books more frequently in earlier recordings and earlier writings than 666. Just saying. But also, it's just a funny discount number, isn't it? It's not like, oh, this vinyl is Satan. Satan's gonna get into my child through this 6.66% discount. No. My promise to my children. As long as I live, I am your parent first, your friend second. I will stalk you, flip out on you, lecture you, drive you insane, be your worst nightmare, and hunt you down like a bloodhound when needed. Because I love you. When you understand that, I will know you are a responsible adult. You will never find someone who loves, prays, cares, and worries about you more than I do. If you don't hate me once in your life, I am not doing my job properly. Repost if you are a parent and agree. If you do any of these things, you're not doing your job properly. If you flip out at your child, stalk them, hunt them down, if your child hates you, you're not doing parenting properly. You can be a parent first and friend second, but being a parent first doesn't mean being awful to your child and being like, I am horrible to you because I love you. That's not true, and you clearly don't. If you loved someone, you wouldn't be horrible to them. And trying to emotionally blackmail them into accepting abuse because you love them is wrong. That's not a parent thing to do. That's not a good thing to do. You don't love someone if you're blackmailing them and threatening them. That's not parenting.
You want your debit card or you already ordered one?
I want it.
Okay, just text me when you're on your way. I'll put it in the mailbox.
Are you gonna let me come get the rest of my stuff at some point?
Nah, you can't come back in here. Me and your brother did without you today. You can do without, period.
Okay, but that's my stuff though.
So, this is my house when you disrespected it.
Yeah, being like, no, your stuff is mine now and I'm kicking you out. I don't think that's legal. Explanation. So I did end up getting my stuff. She allowed me to come to the house and get all my things. Are they dancing up there? What is going on up there? Go thump, 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 thump.
It sounds like a jumping.
Why are they jumping? So I did end up getting my stuff. She allowed me to come to the house and get all the things without involving law enforcement. So I did. I took everything that was of value to me and I brought it to my new home. She took my phone, but I'm getting help to get a new one as soon as possible. I really want to thank everyone who commented and let me know my options. And I'm glad she didn't escalate the situation anymore. Again, thank you all for your help and advice. It's very much appreciated. Well, at least they got their stuff back. I'm 18 and I have a full-time job. My boyfriend and I are going to get me a new phone today with Verizon. It's $95 for one line and an iPhone 14, which I can afford. I'll be staying with my best friend and they're charging me $500 for rent, which is extremely affordable for me. I paid $700 a month living with my mum. So not only was the mum kicking them out and threatening to take all of their stuff, but the mum was charging them $700 a month in rent. Now bear in mind, me and Leo pay £850 a month in rent for an entire apartment. And their mum was charging them $700 a month to live in a bedroom in the house. Like, that's obscene that she was even charging them that much, but also being such a horrible manipulative person and threatening to take all of their possessions after kicking them out. Like, there's so many levels of insanity to that. I'm glad that it's worked out with OP and that they have someone they can move into and that they're able to get by, but like, man, that was a messed up scenario. And the final post.
Stop looking for reasons. I don't want you on Reddit.
I know you don't. I don't care about Reddit that much. I just want you to respect my decisions and my own self-identity.
I'm trying, but it's not easy for me. But I love you. I don't want you to lie to me.
You keep saying I transed and implying you know me better than I know myself.
You are someone who is easily led by others. You don't fit in. You are looking for an identity. You are autistic. These are the reasons I am worried.
I know who I am. I have the words for it now and I am 100% sure they apply to me and have been for years. Autism doesn't make me more likely to be trans because of manipulation. It just makes me more likely to not care about the social conventions that tell me gender non-conformity is a bad thing. That's a new one. I've never seen someone claim that Reddit is transing people. Oh, that darn Reddit and making everyone trans, am I right? It all makes sense now. Reddit is making people trans. That's where it comes from. Of course, of course. Well, the more you know, everybody. Welcome to my channel and the Reddit content I cover. It's transing you, and you have no choice. And that's where I'm going to end the video, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but you should by no means feel like you have to, because I'm going to keep making content regardless. Special thank you to all of the YouTube members and patrons that do support my channel. All of you are incredible, wonderful, amazing people. It helps so much. You pay for our Linzard electricity and our electricity in general. All of the support I get helps so much. So thank you so much, everybody. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.